I want to start the set by getting one person to look at me. And if I can get a look, we're winning, right? So you get a guy to turn around, then you get two. And the nights that I like felt like I truly crushed in that room, you'd get the entire bar to turn around. You get the people playing pool to stop. And then that's crushing.
If they're paying attention to you, that's winning.
Yeah.
Because they're not there to pay attention to you.
It's the hardest thing.
If you're trying to do comedy, you're going to be doing... You're going to have stage time where no one wants to fucking listen to you.
Speak for yourself.
It's so fun. Yeah, pal. Sure.
Ready, set, roll. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. It's definitely not still the same day, and I'm not more fucked up than I was an hour ago. But
verified.
For sure. Are we ready for the clicker?
Hit the clicker. Two more.
29. We're gonna get to your birth age. 32.
32. I took my socks off because I tried to teach JC some new jiu-jitsu moves.
Oh, wait, are you grinding?
I just got into it. I'm
He
like
was
2
trying
weeks
to
in.
he was trying to grind on
gym?
me.
I go to 10th Planet.
Okay.
Is that not the best one?
No, that's Bravo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I did jiu-jitsu like I haven't done it in like 10 years.
Bravo is what they say after my moves. Every time they're like,
wait, how
so talented.
How long are you into it?
Just 2 weeks.
Okay.
I've taken like 5 classes.
Yeah.
And I'm getting fucking ragdolled out there.
Oh, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Have you sparred with like 120 pound like brown belts yet?
So I haven't fucked with those guys, but I've been rolling with a couple guys that are like really strong. There's a dude that's got to weigh 30, maybe 40 pounds less than me, and he's just fucking killing me out there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know the positions, you're so good.
Mm-hmm. Are we talking about gay sex?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything truly gayer than
if you know
jiu-jitsu.
the positions. Have you been rolling? Grabbing?
Have you been rolling and grabbing cocks?
You were just trying to hug me over there, and I was wondering.
I saw him rolling at Concourse like 3 weeks ago.
Did you? Did you guys run into each other without me? I'm jealous.
Well, you saw me rolling at Concourse?
No, I saw him. Yeah.
I do not recall.
I'm calling him a drug addict. All right. Anyway.
Rolling on good times.
Anyways. Yeah.
What are you doing? Another shot?
What are you talking about? what are you talking about?
Anyway, great weather out here.
Lovely weather we're having.
No, I feel like so you haven't rolled with like purples or like browns or anything?
I don't know what the guy that I've been rolling with is, but there's a dude that I train with sometimes, and he's been doing it like 5 years, and he says he trains every day.
Probably a purple. Yeah.
He's fucking nasty.
It's crazy. Like I remember there's going to be a time when you roll with someone who's like half your size, like you are way stronger than, and they will just fucking put you in a pretzel with like no issue.
Yeah.
Like you have like no control. It's pretty wild.
Jiu-jitsu is fun. It's good.
It's kind of like chess a little bit too. Like people say that, but it's kind of cliche. But
there's a bunch of different moves that you can go from every position, and like where you decide to go is huge.
And it's also like if you want to set up this move, you kind of have to do the opposite thing. Like if you're looking for an armbar from the bottom, you kind of act like you're looking for a triangle because that gets their arms out. Like
whenever you guys are done, just let me know. I'm zoning out, and it sounds like the gayest conversation I've ever heard.
So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to start breaking the episodes into fight companion episodes with me and Matt.
So like, when you're rolling with a guy that seems like a little lighter than you.
When you're rolling with a guy at the Concourse Project, and
I wasn't talking about jiu-jitsu, by the way. I was just talking about my normal Friday night
rolling with guys
over your head. You have to think about different positions that you want to be in.
You do.
And
you do.
With this, you have to think about the positions you want to be in with this man on the floor. Okay? Do you want to take it to the bed? Do you want to take it to the couch? You have to think about these things.
And you're like, do I trust this guy?
Do I trust him with his hand around my neck?
I love rolling with guys.
Can we go back to poker?
Get me off this podcast.
What's your favorite hand? 2 jacks?
I like... Funny enough, I do like the 9-6. I like 9-6 suited.
I like big lick 6-9.
I like 6-9 suited, 9-6 suited. I like 10-7, 10-8. Pretty much, when you play poker long enough, like any suited connector just looks fantastic, and you just want to play it.
Yeah, I feel like psychologically that happens because even though it's a dog for it to happen, you make the craziest hands that way. So there's one specific hand that like sticks out in your mind where like you 3-bet 10-8 suited and you make like a flush on like this weird board and you like stack a guy for like a massive amount,
I love stacking guys.
I know.
Such a good time. Take a guy and stack him on another one.
I found this crazy clip that's making the rounds. Do you guys want to watch it with me? I think it's very popular. It's pretty wild. It's like 2 minutes. Do you guys want to listen to it? Matt, you down?
No, not really.
Okay, just pay attention.
23-year-old kid named Rafael Perez, and he's out of this airport in Chimalacán, Mexico. And this kid, he's going to fly on his own for the first time. So he takes off at 9:15 a.m. And right away, he notices that it's very foggy. So he really has not really a good sense of where he is. He can't quite find the airport. And so he tries calling in with a radio. He doesn't really hear back from them. It's sort of garbled static. So he takes the yoke and he tries to bank the airplane left. But the airplane doesn't go left. It just continues flying in a straight line. The plane begins to climb, and he's not making the plane climb. The plane is climbing on its own. There was like this huge cloud that he was basically flying into. He can't see anything, and he passes out. He wakes up in the cockpit, has no idea how long he's been asleep for, but he's immediately shocked that, holy cow, I did not crash the plane. He also looks out the window, and there's no more mist or fog. It's actually just the open ocean underneath him. And he looks at his clock, and it says 11:30. Took off at 9:15. It's below 3 hours. The amount of time that has transpired that apparently I was asleep for is not enough time for me to arrive over any body of water. In addition to that, he looks at his gas gauge, and it's at 3/4 tank. And he knew that not only is that way too high, but he wouldn't have had enough gas to reach any water body. And as he's coming to like, what's happening here, somebody chimes in over the radio and goes, hey, are you there? And he grabs this radio and he's like, hey, I fell asleep in my plane. I don't know where I am. And the guy on the other end, he's like, hey, this is Carlos. Are you alone in your airplane? And Rafael's like, of course I'm alone. Where am I? And Carlos is like, listen, you're just off the coast of Acapulco. And for the last hour, you've been flying out over the water. He arrived off the coast of Acapulco now an hour earlier. It takes 3 hours to get there. He apparently did it in about an hour and 15 minutes. He lands at the airport in Acapulco. And as soon as he gets off, there's these people in suits that are there to meet him. And they immediately take him and they drive him to a hospital. They drug test him. He's not on drugs. And they also have a psychologist come in and they give him a profile, make sure he's sane. And she determines that he is. And so finally they say, okay, we're going to tell you what happened. When you showed up off the coast of Acapulco, you showed up on the radar screen of who you were talking to. And he talked to you for an hour while you were out over the water, and it was recorded. And I'm going to read to you the first thing that Rafael said to Carlos. The pilot is speaking, but not of his own free will. We are using him as a microphone. Your equipment is too primitive. It is not important who we are or where we come from, only that we are inhabitants of the same universe. For the next 30 to 45 minutes, the voice being projected through Rafael talked about humanity as the only intelligent species in the entire universe that uses warfare and conducts violence on each other, and you are poised for a nuclear holocaust, and you may be exterminated if this continues. And then at about 11:30, Rafael wakes up. No one has any idea how Rafael wound up over the coast, and the Mexican government quickly took this story, buried it, and now you can only access it in this obscure library in Mexico. There's this 23-year-old kid.
So I watched
First of all, shout out to JC for bringing up the conspiracy. What the fuck was that?
This is going to be like the 9/11 episode that we had to delete.
we did.
Is that true?
We did have to do a 9/11 episode. Fuck you. Listen, I have two thoughts that come into my mind when I
You
see
have
a video.
zero thoughts, but...
Brandon, can you look up if that's actually a secret locked in the Mexican library? I
I'm
don't know
actually
how you would
very
Google
smart.
it.
Yeah, pull it up on Snopes.com.
So yeah, my two thoughts are when I see something like that is, one, is this guy just fictitiously creating this story for engagement farming? Like, it's just a cool story, and then you get a bunch of clicks. And then two, it's okay, maybe or it's real. And then if it's real, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, which one of those is more likely in your opinion?
50-50.
Is it an ace
50-50.
of hearts or a 10 of diamonds?
It's fun. It's fun to think about. It's fun to think about.
I don't know. To me, like,
that's just horseshit. That's complete horseshit.
I like a good conspiracy theory, but I don't know. That guy, like, he's saying the aliens are saying we're going to annihilate ourselves in a nuclear.
It's a warning.
That's something. But that's also something that would like strike a lot of people down to their core a little bit because it's something that most people think will happen.
Fear.
So yeah. Anyways,
so whether it's true or not, it's still engagement farming. Probably. Can you please talk into the mic when you speak? I know you've never done this before.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm a guest, dude. I'm a guest.
When you say
talk to me with respect, dude.
when you answer inside of your whiskey glass, no one can hear you.
I don't care.
Hey, have another whiskey.
No one can still. All right.
Can we get you drinking? Let's do
Another
it.
one.
Love Street
What do you say?
Blondie.
Shooters for the boys?
No.
Come on.
What's a shooter?
I'll do one shooter for your birthday. Kid.
Yeah.
What's a
Let's
shooter?
go, Brandon, are you in?
I also don't know what that is.
What is a shooter?
A shot.
No.
Yeah,
Speaking of shooter, did you guys watch fucking Happy Gilmore 2?
I did. It was fucking
Holy
rough.
fucking
I
Christ.
watched about 10 minutes and went.
It was bad.
Okay.
I was already.
I watched it to the end.
It's always. I feel like the movies that come out like 30 years after, like, you know, the popular one, like White Men
They're
Can't
all
Jump.
dust.
Yeah. But that was crazy. I wasn't expecting a lot, but that was.
Are you saying you liked it?
No, I'm saying it was terrible.
Yeah, I thought there was a few funny spots here and there, especially in the
And
beginning.
I've actually noticed. I think
I have
that
nothing to say. Adam Sandler, please cast me if you are looking for a white male in his now mid-30s.
Yeah, and I feel like I've noticed. I feel like people are trying to engagement farm by saying that they liked Happy Gilmore too, because it's such an uncommon like thing to think that they're like, oh, I know people are gonna rage in the comments. You know what I mean?
I can't believe they took it that far. With like the
I got like 25 minutes in. I don't know.
At the end they got like it was cartoonish. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They kill his wife off. They make like this other golf league. I guess it's supposed to be like Live, but then they make it really goofy and cartoony, and the people can hit the ball 500 yards, and they take out a muscle in their hip or something, or some tendon that and it gets really strange.
Did Shooter show up?
Shooter was in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the funnier parts.
It's got a 61 on tomato meter, which is
it
crazy.
was not good. It was not
That's
good.
insane. And the first one got like 67.
The reason I watched it and the reason I enjoyed it was because he did include like every professional golfer on the planet, and I'm a golfer, so like even in like the little.
Wouldn't say that after the last time we went out.
Fuck you.
Oh,
So I'm saying even in the little scenes, like the middle scenes, he would put in professional golfers as the actors, and if you were a golfer, you knew who they were. Like he put in LPGA pros, Nancy
Pelosi.
No, fuck, what's her fucking name? There's just old school lady pros, and Jack Nicklaus was in there.
Brandon, what does
he
it
had
get on
all the
IMDb?
golfers, so it was great. John Daly had a big part in it.
I saw John Daly in the first part.
It was really fun to watch, like Scotty Scheffler and JT and Rory all act. That was fun. But
Yeah,
like the movie sucked.
I kind of, I knew it was kind of like selling nostalgia or whatever, but like, I feel like the comedy writing was like, if somebody put like more than 3 seconds into it,
It would have been better.
Yeah.
Well, Adam Sandler worked really hard on it, so I don't want to completely
Fucking hate Adam. No.
like he probably worked really hard on that, and comedy's hard, and movies are hard, and maybe he poured his heart and soul into it, and we're just shitting
He was
on
going in such a good direction, though. Like when you watched Uncut Gems, you're like, this guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Like he's a great actor. He's a great writer. And then he goes back to comedy and you're like, bro.
I mean, I saw an interview he did about Happy Gilmore too, where he was like, I put a lot into this. Like he put a lot of thought and a lot of, and it's just fucking hard. It's hard to write good comedy, as you know, Joe.
He also probably said that before the release.
You fucking looking at me.
I'm just saying, yes, it did suck, but he probably tried really hard. It's just
Okay, another
it's-
comedy question, kind of specific to the Austin scene. I still go to a lot of shows and stuff. I don't do any like open mics or anything. What do you think of? But I also still watch Kill Tony. What do you think of Timmy No Breaks?
I love Tim Stifler. That's my fucking boy.
He fucking smashed.
I did a show with him on Saturday, and he told me that he got the golden ticket. I was jacked up.
Dude,
for
he
him.
fucking smashed. That was crazy.
I mean, dude, the thing is, like, he came up with this character, and it's like, it just works so well in that situation.
Yeah, but
He's
also
not-
that's so like.
Is he the Tony Pepperoni guy?
No.
Okay.
No. He's,
That guy's a legend.
you're racist
Tony
twice.
Pepperoni.
No, against it. I like Tony
I say
Pepperoni.
Mamma Mia, you say Papa Pia.
Open mic legend Tony Pep.
So I did see Tony
I've s-
Pepperoni last week, and I was like, "What? How do you feel about the Timmy No Breaks?" And he's just like,
He got me.
just shook his
He
head.
outshined him. He outshined him.
Mamma Mia.
I got a FaceTime at like 1 a.m. like 2 weeks ago, and it was Tony Pepperoni on the Creek stage alone, just doing only racist jokes. And he was having like a mental breakdown, and it was the hardest I've laughed in months.
All right. For any of my poker friends out there that don't know comedy, there's this in Austin. The open mic scene has characters pop up, and this guy had a character. His name's Tony Pepperoni. He's been doing open mics for years, and he just goes up and he acts Italian. He's not even fucking. I don't even know if he's Italian.
He's not Italian.
But he's like, I'm a Tony Pepperoni. When I say Mamma Mia, you say Papa Pia. And he gets the whole crowd into it. And he's gotten like, he's just famous in the open mic community. And then this new guy who I thought that might have been the same guy. I stopped watching Kill Tony a little while ago because I just got busy. But who's the new guy that has the character?
Timmy No Breaks.
Timmy No Breaks. Yeah. And he's fantastic. Like I saw his Kill Tony clips and they're hilarious.
Crazy. He's
They're so
crushing
good.
so hard.
But I thought it might have been the same guy because I've been out of the loop for the last year and a half. It looked like the same kind of guy playing a character.
The 3 times I've seen him, I saw him twice on Kill Tony. I've seen him live, I think at like Roscoe's or something. He actually didn't do that well at Roscoe's, but I mean, his Kill Tony performances were like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
So my question is, with this guy, like the Tony Pepperoni guy, it was a character he's playing. He can immediately cut it off. Is this new guy, is he playing a character and he's different in real life, or is that kind of how he acts?
Yeah, he's a normal guy.
He's a normal guy and he's playing a character.
He went up as Saturday he went up as Rosa Parque, which was yeah.
All right, so he's a
So
character actor.
He went up pretending to be this woman that didn't really speak English, and
It bombed or it killed?
it bombed up top, but then the audience started realizing what was going on and then got on board with it. And he said, like, I don't speak English very well, but I'd like to be here with all of you today. And then everyone's like, okay.
All right.
all right.
Weirdo.
And then it starts to warm up a little bit, and then it's just fucking
And then he gets under
demolished.
their skin and starts getting them.
Yeah, I've come to America from the Bday.
Hell yeah.
Borat Sagamania.
Do you think that the main guy had anything to do with that kind of influence on open mic comics? The main guy that does all the characters? He just did Tony.
No.
What's his name?
I don't think he had any influence on anyone.
What do you think is
Brandon, do you?
What's his
Lost
name?
Track of who's who. We're using too many pronouns.
we got Tony and we got Timmy.
We're talking
I
about
feel like
the ecstatic Austin influence of Tony Pepperoni.
I'm
no,
talking-
Tony was around forever before.
I'm
Tim,
talking-
and Tim has not probably doesn't even.
I'm talking
know.
about Dr. Phil.
Oh, Adam Ray.
Adam
dressing
Ray.
up as Dr.
Adam Ray the last few years has like went to character acting, right? Like he went to character comedy. He does all these characters.
Well, I mean, like Timmy No Breaks is literally doing Dice Clay. It's like a thing. It's like, and Dice was doing a character too. There's been Carrot Top. Like there's people that have done characters forever. Tim's like the first successful one to do it in Austin though. Definitely.
So
Adam Ray's
this
been
is-
killing it
this
with
is my,
characters, right?
My humble
Yeah.
opinion of what's going on. Saturday Night Live used to be a big character acting spot. So you'd have all these guys. You'd have somebody playing Mike Ditka, and then you'd have all these people where it was I can't even think of any of the fucking characters' names off the top of my head. But dude, Celebrity Jeopardy. What was his name?
Will Ferrell playing the Jeopardy host.
Who was the guy that he would? There's Alex Trebek, and then there was
and then the guy that played James Bond, who is
we're really drunk right now. For
dude, we are. I mean, he's famous. He's the biggest misogynistic actor in the world. He's older. What is his fucking name? He's
You know
James
his name,
Bond.
Brandon.
James Bond. No,
Shut up, dude. Who played James Bond?
I know James Bond, like Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig.
You're not following
that?
what they're saying either, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
I'm not. They acted like I was crazy. You guys are
Yeah,
fucking talking mumbo jumbo. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about at all.
oh my god.
We're getting so drunk that we're the only two people speaking the same language.
Was he? My name is Rosa Parks.
Look up James Bond actors.
Yeah. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
So
this
one
is
of the
what would
biggest womanizers ever to exist. He's the best
SNL
man.
used to be a hub of like character acting. So they would do all these sketches, and the funny thing would that it would be someone playing a character, whether the character was a real person or someone that they made up.
Yeah.
And they would lean into these characters pretty heavily. Now SNL's kind of going into like game acting, which is what you think of when you think of like a Trevor Wallace sketch, which is something happens, tag, one up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what's kind of happened is like the character acting thing has like really gone away in comedy. Like it's not as big of a thing. And I think there was this massive vacuum where everybody kind of missed it. Everybody was like, fuck, man.
Everyone's being original.
Yeah, it's kind of like the comedy market like thought that being like a character act was like hack. But then it really like there was still that like need for it. So like the people who stuck with it, you know.
So what it was that the SNL used to cast from a specific sketch acting school, and then they either went away from or to Second City. So like one school taught like how to be a character actor, like comedic character actor, and the other one taught how to do game comedic acting, where it's just like tag, keep going. And so they switched from one to the other. And it created this vacuum where there wasn't this thing anymore.
So the school that like did the game thing got more, you know, more people wanted to go to it, and it was
It went from Second City to UCB, if I'm not mistaken. And so when they did that, they created this vacuum of character acting, and then everybody subconsciously sort of like wondered where it went. Mm-hmm. And then Adam Ray came out and just fucking smashed with this Dr. Phil thing.
Oh my
and
God.
Everybody's like, "Oh, we forgot how much we like this. We love this."
When
this
he
is
did,
the thing.
We love when someone
he did a
acts like
fucking
someone.
the last Kill Tony I saw live. He did Tony impression. It was insane.
Murdered.
It was so good.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe as the guest.
Yeah. Or no, he pretended to like Tony didn't even come up on stage for like the first 20 minutes. He just sat there as Tony and was like completely impressed.
Are you ready for the best fucking night of your life?
That's incredible.
We're really doing it.
Yeah. What's the most interesting thing about you?
That is such a great line, though, because like we've broken down my Kill Tony appearance on this podcast, and to be honest, it gave me PTSD. But what's really hard about it, though, is like you go up and you're pulled out of the audience, and you're just like, "Holy fuck, I'm on stage right now," and you get 60 seconds, and
It's not a typical transition either, because especially now, like you're wrangled into poor choices or whatever, and then like some guy with a microphone is like yelling at you. And now you're running
disaster.
on. Yeah.
So I was in there in the Vulcan days where it's like, okay, you're in the room and now you're on stage. And like for me, the hardest part about that was, dude, I don't do 60-second sets. Nobody does 60-second sets. And my thing is like when I get on stage, it takes me like a minute or two.
How's
to kind of
everyone
find my footing.
doing? You relax.
Yeah, like kind of warm up. I'm like, how you doing, man? What's going on? I go, oh, if this room kind of looks like you're like not doing that, you're like, okay, material right off the bat. You're not letting them know. Because like a really easy comedy hack. This is what Doug Stanhope told me when I opened up for him. He goes, you have to let the audience know that you are present and not reading off a teleprompter in your head somehow. So you have to give them some sort of indication that you're really there. So if you go up and you say a bit that could be about you being anywhere, they know that you're not present. because you would talk about the place where you are or the people that you're with first. So you have to give
That's
them
good
some
advice.
indication that you're there. And so what happens is you go up and you don't do that. But I think the way that like Timmy's kind of broken this thing is he's gone up and he just went up on stage first. And in the second set, he kind of goes in and he's like acknowledging that this is like an altered reality that's almost impossible. And he does intentionally bombing crowd work to show that it doesn't work in this situation, and then crushes the interview. And that's the way to fucking do it.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel like
He's playing GTO.
yeah, totally. He's been on the solver for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he did his act or what, but he almost like quadrupled down on it. And like I feel like when a lot of like character acts have gone on that show in the past, like they would crack a little bit. He does not, and he remains funny throughout the entire interview. And I feel
As
like
soon
that's
as you crack, it's fucking over. As
Yeah,
soon as you go,
right,
dude,
right,
that was
right.
a bit. I'm sorry.
because
You're like,
then
whoa, okay.
yeah, because then you're just a dude on stage wearing a costume and like everybody thinks you're a
Because
fucking
I know
weirdo.
if that was me, if I went up in character as something and it started like going a little bit off the rails, because if you watch the first episode, it's not going that great for a second during the interview. I would have bailed the fuck out. I would have pulled the
On the
ripcord and been
character,
like,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm Joe Begley. And they would have been like, and then it doesn't work. But you stay in it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ride that wave and you don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like
But also
falling
you
in
have-
love, man.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like you might
You're
get
either
your
gonna
heart ripped
crash.
out.
You're either gonna crash horribly or you're gonna soar. Yeah. But about the Doug Stanhope, that's encouraging because I did an open mic in Sarasota, and when you're an open micer, when you're first starting, like you don't like just one like small laugh can just make your night.
Yeah.
Like any laugh at all is just like, wow, I made somebody like giggle, or I made somebody like it's so refreshing because typically you're talking and it's silent and and you're sweating and you just feel terrible. But that's encouraging because the mic I did in Sarasota, it was like a seafood place, and there was a bunch of decorations on the wall, and everything, all the walls were painted like the bottom of the ocean, and there's like netting, and I was doing an open mic by myself, no one else around. Like,
And
I
they're
just-
like, dude, I love, it's so funny that we're here because
I
I
got-
love wearing fish netting around my legs.
I got,
What a weird coincidence.
but that's encouraging. Like, I think I
I was
might
already
have,
doing that.
I might have naturally like done the right thing in the beginning of the set, where there's like maybe 6 or 7 people there and some comedians in the back, and I get up and I'm like, yeah, it's like I introduce myself, and I'm like, and then I talk about like how it's like really,
hello.
it's really it's really great to be doing comedy, in Bikini Bottom. I said something about SpongeBob because like we looked like we're in the bottom of the ocean, and that got laughs. Like I heard like at least 3 people laugh.
Yeah, because you
And
watch like
made
an
my
open
night.
mic and it's people just repeatedly trying to stuff a puzzle piece into a piece that would never work. Like, dude, we used to go to this mic called Woodham's Lounge. When you go to Woodham's Lounge, and what it was like, it was a dive bar in San Jose, and the entire row of people that would be sitting there would be people that were seated towards the bar with their face in towards the bar, not paying
Not
attention to you.
looking.
Maybe a comic or two watching the mic. Most people are talking in the back, shooting pool, face towards the bar, or not engaged with you in any way. So the goal for me was always like, I'm going to start
Turn
this
ahead.
set. That's exactly it. Is I want to start the set by getting one person to look at me. And if I can get a look, we're winning, right? So you get a guy to turn around, then you get 2. And the nights that I like felt like I truly crushed in that room, you'd get the entire bar to turn around, you get the people playing pool to stop, and then that's crushing.
If they're paying attention
That
to
is
you, that's
crushing.
winning.
Yeah,
Because they're not there to pay attention to you.
it's the hardest thing.
If you're trying to do comedy, you're going to be doing. You're going to have stage time where no one wants to fucking listen to you.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so fun.
Yeah, pal. Sure. But it's you're just talking and no one's paying attention.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
it's
like
like-
it's impossible not to bomb because there's no noise.
Yeah. Is that what you tell yourself, or?
Yeah, and then I get off and I'm like, man, I crushed it. I did great. I did so good.
No, it is true. I remember. Yeah, I mean, I was grinding them for like 6 months, and yeah, most of them it's 5 comedians who are not paying attention at all.
It's kind of like when you
and then when you finally get something, you're like, I'm the fucking funniest man alive.
Yeah. It's like it's imagine like trying to start playing poker and you go and you lose every single hand every single session.
Yeah.
And then you leave with no money every time.
Right.
It's like you're gonna keep coming back
Yeah.
because you just get kicked in the face over and over.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a little segment here.
Okay, let's
hear it.
I have the notes from the first podcast that I did with JC before this was even our own thing. Back when I was doing Shangri-La, JC was one of my favorite guests to have on. And I had some questions that I wrote down going into it. And so we'll ask you these questions that I asked him back in the day.
let's ask Maddie.
Question number 1. You used to be a professional golfer. How has that affected your life?
I would have made it big if not for the bum leg.
Do you have any real questions for Maddie?
Okay, so early on, like JC's talked about a lot of like the biggest losses that he has early on in his career. Were there any for you that like really stuck out?
I started off playing online from like basically all of college. And yeah, I was good at it. Then I was living in Tampa at the time. That's when live poker became a thing in Tampa. So I started playing bigger like live games, and I could tell like I had built like my bankroll up very slowly playing online. And I could tell that everyone was just like awful live, you know?
You want some water?
Yeah.
When you're best friends with someone, you know when they're parched, you know. It's not the coughing or wheezing that's giving it away. It's just
So
we're connected.
I was playing live for kind of gay, but
Not gay at all.
yeah. I was playing live for probably like 6 months, and I was just like losing nonstop. I was like, fuck is going on? These people are way worse than anyone I play with online. And I actually remember a session specifically where I was like, I've been losing for like 6 months. I like, if I lose again live, like I'm just going to go back and like grind online, you know, like this is crazy. I ended up winning that time, but I think I probably lost like half of my bankroll in that 6 months that I grinded up over the course of like 4 years or something like that. And yeah, I guess that's probably the moment that like sticks out to me. It was like if I would have lost that session, I would have stopped playing live, and then I ended up going on like an upswing after that. So it's, you know.
Yes, you won one big heater when you were on a downswing, and that kind of changed the trajectory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like I could tell that the people I was playing with were not good, you know, and that I was gonna win, but I kept fucking losing, you know. So I was like, the fuck is this? So yeah, I remember telling myself,
You think it's like you're grinding for so long, it's like you need some glimmer of hope to hang on to show you that you're like, you could do this?
well, poker's like an interesting thing, or just like gambling, because
You will get that glimmer no matter what.
you can like as much, you have to put in work to like figure out that you have like an edge at whatever you're doing, basically. And then you can convince yourself that you have an edge, but it's also gambling. So like you could easily, even if you have an edge, you could lose, right? And then it's like you have to battle with the fact that like you think you have an edge, but then you're also losing in that moment. So it's hard to like,
Justify what's really going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
like,
I feel like when people get really wrapped up in sports gambling and they start losing a ton, it's actually the opposite. Right? I heard some quote, I can't remember where it came from, but guy said, I never had a gambling problem because I never won. And like it's the truth is the opposite for most people, where like they look at their sports gambling career and you're like, no, there was that point where like last Super Bowl I knew the fucking Eagles were going to win the whole thing, so I bet my whole bankroll on them, and they look back at this moment where they hit this home run as the reason that they're really good at sports
really
gambling.
good,
Yeah,
But it's not
no,
the
that's
case.
that's
And so
definitely
with poker, it's got to be the same thing too, where people look back and they're like, dude, but I did win that hand.
That's what happens to tournament players, that like, because anyone can win a tournament. Anyone can run good for a day or 3 days and win a big tournament. And I've seen it happened to my brother. It happened to multiple guys that I grew up playing poker with. They banked a big tournament. They just happened to get lucky, and then they thought that they could do it for a living, and they immediately were like, oh, I'm a professional poker player. And you get wrecked eventually, because like winning a tournament is just a ton of luck. Like being a professional poker player and winning, having like a win rate in cash games over years is discipline and skill. And so it's a completely different thing. Like you can bink a tournament and all of a sudden have 100 grand or 500 grand, and then think that you can just play this game for a living, and then variance hits you in the face and you lose all your money.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of like me with crypto during the pandy.
Honestly, great comparison. I feel like the crypto during the pandemic was a lot like online poker, like in 2010.
Well, the biggest mistake that I made, I dumped 20 G's into a Coinbase account. I turned it into 100 grand pretty quick. And then
You thought you were a professional crypto trader.
Well, yeah, I was like, well, I'm a fucking genius, when really like one guy told me, hey, buy this specific thing.
He started going on Tinder dates saying he's a crypto
trader.
He's a crypto trader.
But yeah, that's like the
I
biggest.
invest in cryptocurrencies.
I think the biggest mistake that you can make is thinking that you're fucking brilliant in an area where you're really
You just got lucky.
Yeah, you just go like, yeah, I'm a fucking genius, and you're like, no, you're dumb as fuck, dude. You have no idea what you're doing. And that's got to happen to people in poker, where like you steamroll a guy on a hand, but it was just because you had the better position. You're like, well, dude, like in that video that we watched where Kevin Hart beats Daniel Negreanu, right? He goes, I bluffed Daniel. It's great. You did. Like, that's a successful win.
Yeah.
But just because you beat him once doesn't mean that you're going to beat him every time.
Yeah. Good luck playing against them for a year straight.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Like day in and day out.
Not to say that Kevin is dumb enough to think that he's going to do that. He's not.
Of course.
That's why he's fucking doing the one and done. But there are people that would bluff Daniel Negreanu once and be like, I should do this for a fucking living. Like, I'm great at this.
Tournament ground breeds that, because there's so many people that win tournaments that aren't very good at the game or don't have the experience, and then they get so overconfident. They're like, oh, I'm the best now. I beat everybody. And then they go to the high stakes cash game and they just get wrecked. Because that's you have to actually like be good and like you're playing 300-400 blinds deep, day in and day out. Like you need to be making great decisions all the time to turn a profit.
The comedy comparison I would make it to would be like the cash game grinder is like the guy who's just been killing every like small show in Austin for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then the tournament winner is like the guy who went on Kill Tony like once and like had like a good,
And blew
5
up.
minutes or whatever.
Blew up.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
and also the tournament grinder in that case, the Kill Tony or whatever, like they probably have more confidence than the guy who's been crushing for 3 years straight.
Well,
because
in the same
it's
regard,
almost
more notoriety.
I think this is a reason why guys like Doug are really attracted to going on Kill Tony, is because in the same regard, you go on, you get that fucking golden ticket, you smash, but in the long run, man, if you don't know what you're doing, you get fucking exposed.
Yeah.
And you get exposed bad. If you're a killer, if you're Ari Matty, William Montgomery,
you get
Cam
exposed
Patterson,
in a good way.
You're gonna keep riding that wave because you're talented. You work really hard.
Yeah,
Cam,
you have it to back up.
Dude,
you have
people can say whatever the fuck they want about Cam Patterson, but I remember a year ago I'm at a dog shit show on a Monday and he's showing up. And on Monday,
he's working
when
hard.
most people are like sitting at home, he's found a way to get up 4 or 5 times on a Monday, and he's found a way to get 10 years worth of reps in 3 years. That's what makes him fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He's naturally talented, very funny, very charismatic, and found a way to get all those reps in. Yeah, but then you look at these other guys where it's like they get on and they go, I'm the fucking best. They start doing blow or maybe meth out of a light bulb in a garage. You know who I'm talking about. But and
go on.
All of a sudden, like it just comes out.
I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, even to that credit, I've heard that he's put in a lot of work and gotten way better. But I'm not completely in the comedy scene, but yeah.
It's pretty insane. Yeah, because like
it's probably hard to balance that too, though. Objectively, like if you're crushing shows or you think you're crushing shows and stuff, like comedy's everybody's drinking. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be partying. Like it's probably easy to go down.
Well, I'm sure it's the same thing where people are doing blow at the table.
Honestly,
like,
yeah. There is that. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it is. I've seen it.
I got another one for you. Okay.
Let's hear it.
So, look, this was my favorite answer that I got from JC in the very first podcast that we did. So I asked him this. I said, early on in your poker career, like it's the same way with jiu-jitsu. It's the same way from comedy. You learn how to do some sort of arm bar. You level up like an insane rate at the beginning because you're sort of learning the fundamentals. And like the difference between somebody who's been doing something from a year versus somebody who's been doing something for a week, absolutely fucking massive, right? But every year those differences get a little bit harder to tell.
Yeah.
You're retired from the game now. Last year in the game, last couple years, was there any like sort of niche move that you noticed that you made that made a huge difference that you wouldn't have picked up like year 1, year 2?
When you're in your prime.
Yeah, I mean, you're right that there's like a curve basically where like, you know, even your first like 5 years, like you're improving gradually. And then you kind of, once you hit that like amount of knowledge, like you understand everything that's going on, but you still have to remain cognizant and be, you know, like looking for what you need to know and everything like that. So it's still always a challenge. But I feel like you do kind of like maybe rest on your laurels like a little bit, but if you're smart, you're thinking of, you know, the whole picture kind of thing. To answer your question, no, not really, just because I feel like I said, I just play mostly for fun now, you know, for the last like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
so
but I mean, like the year
I'm not,
before your peak, like right, absolute prime, you're like, I don't know, maybe the year that you won the bracelet, was there anything that you picked up where you're like, oh fuck, I would have never thought of that?
Or do you just become
it's always like a knowledge gaining process. So when I was playing pro, like I can't think of anything off like the top of my head right now, but there's constantly every session, like I'm thinking of like, oh, he did this, or, you know, like that probably means that it's more likely to be a bluff or whatever.
I think it's like the confidence in your reads that increases over time. And so like when you see a certain action or a play by somebody, you get like, when you're playing really well, you get really confident in your ability to kind of read that play or that person or that action. You're like, oh, my instincts are telling me this, and you really lean into it. And I mean, I've heard Matty talk about his reads, and like I think as like when you're in your peak, you're 100% like trusting your reads, whereas like maybe the first year of poker, like you get a read, but you don't have the confidence to like follow through with it.
Makes complete sense. Yeah. Because I guess it's just another way to say that. It's just like you accumulate data over time. And even though like it's not necessarily a brand new thing that you learned, you're just like, yeah, I'm just a little bit better.
Yeah, it's more like, yeah, once you've been a pro for a while, it's more like tweaking smaller things than it is like completely changing something.
There's not really revelations. It's not like, oh fuck, I was doing this and I should have done this. It's like, no, I just have a better feel for that guy.
There was a play that
there's spots where you're like, I thought this, because you just refine your process a lot, but it's more like smaller changes, I would say.
But it's also like building up courage and like the fucking balls to go for it. Like there's a spot in a private game that Matty told me about years ago where it was like a huge spot for him. He's playing a massive game, and I think it was versus a guy Bully, where like you knew he was bluffing, but it was like a huge amount. Like kind of watching that Corey hand, where it's like a $80,000 or $90,000 decision.
I actually kind of remember that. It was
you told me about this, and you were like, I knew he was bluffing, but I had nothing.
Yeah,
and
that's
you had
actually
to go with your read.
So that's like a funny thing, because I think looking back at it, what I know now, I think that call was probably bad, but I was like, I mean, I was certain that he was bluffing, but I called him with such a dog shit hand that like his bluffs,
Even if his bluffs could beat you.
it could have easily beaten me.
I've done that.
It did work out, but yeah, that's like an example of something where like,
I think that's like you playing in your prime.
Yeah, but
Prime alertness, like you're paying attention to every single detail.
Reads and stuff for sure, but I don't think it was like a principled like call, you know?
Yeah.
I think it was also, I even remember like what I was thinking at the time. Part of me was like, I know that this fucking guy's bluffing. I don't care if this is like, maybe it's kind of a bad call, but I just know that he's bluffing and he can't get away with this.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it was like a 6-figure pot or whatever. It was massive. Yeah, I've done that quite a few times. I did that on a lodge stream where I called the guy down 3s, and he ended up having like I just knew he was bluffing. He had like 8-4 offsuit, and there was a 4 on the board, and he put his whole stack in on the river, and I called down with trays. Yeah, and he goes, "You're good," and I go, "Oh." You know, because there's like some big straight draws that missed and big overcards, and he had 8-4 off, and there's a 4 on the board.
Yeah, that's the worst.
I ship him like this $30,000 pot because I thought he had air.
It's the worst.
He just went all in with bottom pair. Yeah. I've been there. Oh, we're doing shots.
Crown Royal. It's like I'm back in college.
All right, man. This has been a really fun podcast. I've talked about you a lot on the pod, so now our 4 loyal followers are going to know you. 40, 60. I don't know how many people are watching.
But if you've been listening,
this is fun. We're having
Follow
fun.
me on Instagram. My name is Big Dick 69. Give me a follow. Give me a like. Thank you.
He checks his Instagram once a year. He'll get back to your DMs. All right.
We'll get back in shortly.
Cheers to your birthday. Happy
you, boys.
32nd. Hell yeah. Cheers. Whew. All right. I think we're done.
Get the counter to 32.
Oh.
That puts us.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Where is the...
32. Well, let me do the honors.
Oh, God. Here it is. It's the red button. Are you taking a photo? Yeah. 32.